Netflix will soon release a new superhero movie, Project Power, starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The film chronicles a man's quest to rescue his daughter from the sinister forces behind the drug while assisting new allies. Fans are looking forward to another appearance of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, for whom it is a second movie after a lengthy break in Hollywood. The big return happened with 7 Fire 00, a taut thriller that is set almost entirely in the cockpit of an airplane hijacked by terrorists. The actor described it as the most difficult and challenging acting job in his career, which, by the way, he started at the age of 6. Speaking of challenges, the 39-year-old has faced quite a number of them, something that not many are really aware of. They include 2 lengthy breaks in acting, the loss of a sibling, and even fear of social media. Stay with us, and we will tell you the true story of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But before we continue, subscribe to Rumour Juice YouTube channel for exciting celebrity stories.
I'm an actor, so I'm a bit of an expert on, well, nothing, really.
It looks like Gordon-Levitt barely had any childhood at all. He made a debut at age 7 in the 1988 film Stranger on My Land, alongside Tommy Lee Jones. His breakout roles came really quickly, and you've probably guessed we're talking about 10 Things I Hate About You, and, most importantly, his iconic TV part on Third Rock from the Sun.
Hey, he likes it! Maybe not.
And then, he suddenly disappeared. To be more specific, he quit the show that catapulted him to fame to focus on his studies. 20-year-old Joseph instantly regretted this decision that threw him into a bout of depression because he was sure that this move would be detrimental to his acting career and that he would never be able to find work in acting again. I was scared and depressed for a while. Not that I had any reason to be depressed, I mean I was going to college and everything. It was not like I was hungry, but absolutely, I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna let me act. They'll let me be in another sitcom, but I don't want to do that. This is terrible. A decade later, Gordon-Levitt would share his thoughts on depression and anxiety, tweeting, "If depressed, you're living in the past. If anxious, you're living in the future. If at peace, you're present." Luckily, the future was still bright for Joseph, and soon he returned to our screens with brand new roles. He broke our hearts playing a sensitive romantic in 500 Days of Summer, a movie which, to our current day, remains in the top of must-see rom-coms.
You know what sucks? Realizing that everything you believe in is complete and utter bullshit sucks.
It's worth mentioning that some claim Joseph would be typecast after that role, but they quickly vanished after his brilliant performance in such blockbusters as Inception and The Dark Knight Rises. Not only was he actively involved in filming, but he also founded a collaborative media platform with his older brother Dan, whom he referred to as his superhero. In 2010, Dan was found unresponsive at his Hollywood home. Even though the cause of death was never officially provided, it was alleged that the 36-year-old passed away from an accidental drug overdose. Joseph, who was very close with his sibling despite the big age gap, was outraged by the overdose claims, calling them incorrect and based on rumors. The actor noted that using the word alleged in an article can cover all matter of factual error. Last year, he shared an emotional tribute to his late brother on his birthday, saying, "Almost nothing thrilled him more than inspiring someone else to be creative." Gordon-Levitt is passionate about supporting creativity. He even held a TED Talk titled "How Craving Attention Makes You Less Creative," a video that now has around 2.5 million views on YouTube. The actor believes that social media is training us to get addicted to attention, thus killing creativity. It affected his life too. Gordon-Levitt shared that he was addicted to Instagram so badly that he started comparing his following to that of other actors. "I see that their number is higher than mine, and I feel terrible about myself."
And then Twitter came out, and I got totally hooked on it, just like everybody else, which made me into a complete hypocrite, because at that point I was absolutely using my acting to get attention.
Another reason the Hollywood star is not so happy with the largest internet platforms is connected with his portrayal of Edward Snowden, an American whistleblower who leaked classified information showing that the NSA had been spying on everyday citizens. To prepare for the role, he had to learn quite a bit about the US government's policy of mass surveillance. The more I looked into it, I was like, oh man, what Google and Facebook are doing makes what the NSA is doing look like nothing. In terms of his career, Gordon-Levitt was pretty much everywhere, and we all liked it. From 2005 to 2016, he was part of at least one well-regarded movie every year. He also worked with the industry titans and even wrote and directed his own film, which was warmly received. But then, at some point, he disappeared. Again. But this time, he was on a 2-year break to dedicate time to his family. I'm incredibly grateful for all of the things that I've gotten to do, but stopping wasn't because I wanted to stop acting or stop working. It was because I wanted to spend time with my kids. So, during that super intense filming period, Joseph also managed to marry Tasha McCauley, the founder and CEO of tech company Fellow Robots, and to welcome 2 kids with her. After putting his career on hold and returning with the already mentioned film 7500, Gordon-Levitt feels more comfortable balancing his career and family life. He told The Hollywood Reporter, "So now I'm finding that balance, and whereas I used to go shoot 3 movies a year, now I've shot 1 a year." Interestingly, in the past 2 years, people have been saying that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has started resembling his highly admired late colleague Heath Ledger. It's hard to say how the actor himself feels about this comparison, but for fans it is the highest level of praise, minding the brilliance of Ledger. First of all, both actors starred together in 10 Things I Hate About You. They both were in Batman films. Both gained special recognition for diving deep into their characters. For Ledger, the role that demonstrated this point best was Joker.
Why so serious?
After the actor's death from accidental prescription drug overdose, his father confirmed that Heath had put himself into a self-imposed exile and had kept a rather dark diary to prepare for the role. Some even alleged that Ledger pushed himself too hard to get into character and that it could have affected his mental health. Meanwhile, Gordon-Levitt, for his role as Edward Snowden, studied audio from a Snowden-inspired documentary on repeat. He read every piece possible about the character and even met the man himself to duly prepare for portraying him.
I did, yeah. Before we shot, I went over to Moscow and I sat with him in an office for about 4 hours.
Many also see that as Gordon-Levitt has gotten older, his physical resemblance to Ledger has become hard to ignore. And another feature these two definitely share is unwillingness to be in the limelight. More than that, Gordon-Levitt admits being uncomfortable with fame. Joseph thinks that it is because his parents never emphasized fame and never put it in the center of the room as something to be striving for. The Hollywood star is sure that chasing after fame and money makes a perfect recipe for unhappiness. But what he does appreciate is when people approach him and share that his work helped them undergo some serious life challenges. When people now come up to me and they say, "I saw 50-50 and that meant a lot to me because, a friend of mine had, dealt with cancer," or "I saw 500 Days of Summer and it helped me deal with getting dumped," or whatever it is. If people connect to something that I've done, that's very meaningful to me, and that's different than I felt when I was a child. Gordon-Levitt rarely speaks about his family and specifically his kids, as he wants them to feel private about their own decisions and to not feel the pressure of him being on TV. Gordon-Levitt seems to be a perfect dad. Well, we already figured out that fact when he took a break from acting for the sake of his sons. The proud father told People in a recent interview that he dances every day together with his sons. What's fantastic is my boys can't tell how mediocre a dancer I really am. They think I'm just another one of those legends. Soon enough, they'll learn the truth, but for now, it's pure glory. Oh, Joseph, you can't lie to us. We've seen you dancing like a pro more than once. We remember how you blew audiences at lip sync battles with your rendition of Janet Jackson's famous choreographed Rhythm Nation. We also remember your Magic Mike-like dance moves during your opening monologue on Saturday Night Live in 2012. And of course, our favorite is you dancing throughout a scene to the classic Hall & Oates song, "You Make My Dreams Come True" in 500 Days of Summer. So, it's good to know that Joseph Gordon-Levitt didn't join the club of unhappy celebrities after having his fair share of life challenges. Instead, he used them to get to know himself better and reach peace inside. As always, we are eager to see your opinion in the comment section below, and do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind the scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumour Juice will make sure you are never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.